Do you ever think about why some people seem to be successful all the time while others have a hard time no matter how hard they try? The key is not skill, luck, or money, but how you think. The famous warrior Miyamoto Musashi knew that if you think the right way, you can achieve anything. I'm going to show you the #1 attitude hack that will change your whole life today. Lesson 1. Ask, what did I enjoy learning today? At the end of each day, ask yourself, what did I enjoy learning today? This is the first lesson that will help you become successful. This one question changes your focus from results to growth, from stress to interest, and from goal setting to participation. You stop worrying about what you didn't get done and start focusing on what you did get: knowledge, understanding, skill, or a new point of view. This idea was very clear to Miyamoto Musashi. He didn't just judge his life by how many duels he won or fights he made it through. He judged it by the lessons he learned from every experience, practice, and thing he saw. Musashi saw every event as a chance to learn, get better, and understand things better. He saw every day as a chance to learn something new, whether it was a plan, a technique, or the study of how people act. You train your mind to see growth, no matter how small, when you ask this question every day. You might have learned a new way to do something at work. You might have learned something subtle about how people talk to each other. You might have also learned a small skill that will come in handy later on. Putting your attention on learning instead of results will help you develop a growth attitude that lasts. This simple act of thought also helps fight negativity and harsh criticism of oneself. A lot of people end their days by thinking about mistakes they made or things they didn't get done. When you ask yourself, what did I enjoy learning today? You shift your brain's focus from negative thoughts to positive ones. It helps you see loss as a lesson rather than a verdict. Musashi himself had many problems, failures, and even injuries, but he always looked for the lesson in each one. He thought that knowing something was stronger than judging it. This daily habit changes the way your mind works over time. It changes who you are from someone who is looking for approval from other people to someone who is committed to mastering themselves. You start to value learning, growth, and experience more than getting results right away. You start to think in a strong and curious way, which helps you succeed in every other way. You can strengthen the habit of reflection, awareness, and thanks by asking yourself every day what you liked learning. The way you think about it teaches you to see the world as a school and yourself as a student for life. And Musashi's life shows that a mind that wants to learn will eventually master something. Lesson 2. Say, not yet instead of I can't. To make a significant difference in your life, change the way you talk to yourself about problems by saying, not yet, instead of I can't do this. This small change changes how your brain thinks about problems, loss, and growth. Miyamoto Musashi, for example, never went into a fight thinking, I can't win, but saw each battle as an opportunity to learn, grow, and improve his plan. He didn't think about success immediately, but every mistake was seen as a step toward success. The phrase, not yet, breaks down a mental wall that tells your brain that the task is impossible and that you shouldn't bother trying. Instead, it allows something in, admitting that there are limits right now while still leaving open the door to growth. It tells your brain that you can achieve success in the future if you work hard, practice, and learn. This way of thinking makes you more patient, as achieving success doesn't happen all at once. Musashi spent decades getting better at what he did, learning from every fight and studying his opponents. By saying, not yet, you can enjoy the process instead of getting upset about the distance between where you are and where you want to be. Saying, not yet, helps you focus on what you can do, dealing with problems, seeing loss, and pushing yourself to keep going. By turning every problem into an opportunity, you can get closer to the success you want. Lesson 3. Treat your brain like a helpful friend, not a boss. The most important thing you have is your brain, but most people abuse it. They treat it like a strict boss, always putting themselves down, punishing mistakes, and expecting perfection. It's almost impossible to reach your goals when you think about things this way. It makes you feel stressed, uncertain, and afraid. The truth is that your brain works best when you think of it as a friend who helps you deal with problems and grow. Miyamoto Musashi knew this concept without even thinking about it. He stayed calm, alert, and flexible in fight. He didn't try to panic or let fear keep him from making choices. He instead thought of his mind as a partner and listened to its feelings, watched its patterns, and used its energy in a smart way. Musashi knew that in tough times, a mind that was under pressure or at odds with itself would give up. He was successful in life and battle because he was strict but kind with his own thoughts. Think of your brain as a helpful friend. This will change how you deal with problems. You don't punish yourself for putting things off or making mistakes. Instead, you notice, think about it, and make changes. You ask yourself, what does my brain want to say? What does this teach me? With this way of thinking, worry turns into interest, resistance into the ability to solve problems, and fear into understanding. Think about how often your mind brings up possible problems. If you're a harsh boss, these signs are seen as reasons to freak out or quit. A helpful friend attitude sees them as signs to get ready, pay attention, and change. Your brain stops being a barrier and starts being a source of understanding. Mastery is not brute force, but harmony between the mind, the body, and the surroundings. This is what Musashi's life shows us. That balance comes from treating your brain like a friend. It helps you stay in the present, see patterns, and make choices while staying calm and sure of yourself. This method improves mental clarity, attention, and strength over time. One easy change you can make is to stop punishing your mind and start working with it. Honor the ideas it has, know its limits, and gently push it to grow. You can be very creative, smart, and good at solving problems with your brain, but only if you accept it and work with it. You can reach your mind's full potential if you treat it like a loyal friend instead of a tyrant, expecting obedience. With this way of thinking, worry turns into strength, doubt into clarity, and mental work into success. The wins of Musashi show that success comes from having a mind that works with itself, not against itself. Lesson 4. Look for one tiny win each day. Musashi got better by winning many small battles along the way. It was a win every time you practiced, watched an opponent, or made your skill better. He didn't depend on big actions. He knew that small, constant actions add up to success. A small win could be finishing a job you've been putting off, learning a new skill, or making a smart decision. These small wins give you a sense of progress, which keeps you motivated and determined. Musashi's ideas say that you can become a master by taking small steps. Every little improvement adds up to greatness. Looking for small wins every day changes your mindset from one of lack to one of plenty. Instead of focusing on what you haven't done, you pay attention to what you have. This good feedback changes the way your brain works so that it rewards effort and looks for ways to improve. A small win can help you remember that you are making progress, even on bad days. It makes you more of a person who learns, grows, and achieves. Musashi stressed the importance of being consistent and focused. Daily wins help you stay on track with your long-term goals. This habit changes your life over time. Small wins give you confidence, teach you discipline, and give you drive. Just like Musashi's many small wins led to his famous mastery, your daily wins pave the way for huge success. Lesson 5. Get curious about why something feels hard. Musashi had to deal with a lot of problems that needed him to use both his mind and body. He thought about each problem, figuring out what made it hard and how he could solve it. He looked at trouble as a teacher, not a threat. When you want to know why something is hard, you use your mind to solve problems instead of getting angry. You start to notice patterns, find problems, and come up with answers. Musashi taught that being aware is just as important as doing something. Figuring out where the problem is coming from lets you plan how to solve it. Being curious lowers your fear. Fear grows when you don't know what will happen. You can turn uncertainty into knowledge by looking into what makes a job hard. You also learn to be patient and strong, and how to deal with problems in a planned way instead of a spontaneous one. This way of thinking helps you learn from your mistakes. Musashi was good at more than just fighting. He was also good at watching and learning. You learn new strategies, find new techniques, and improve your skills by studying the challenges. Challenges are chances to get smarter and better as a person. Lesson 6. Visualize the fun of trying, not just the win. Musashi stressed how important it was to be involved and pay attention. He didn't worry too much about beating an opponent. Instead, he focused on skill, observation, and planning. He automatically became good at what he did because he enjoyed it. The way you do things changes when you imagine the work as fun. From stress to interest and from fear to joy, you change. Anticipating a process makes your brain feel good, which makes you more driven and determined. Musashi's way of thinking shows us that focus grows when you enjoy the work you do. When you enjoy practicing, learning, and being challenged, success doesn't feel like a drag. Lesson 7. Thank your past self for a good choice you made. Be thankful for the person you were in the past. Every accomplishment, skill you've learned, and choice you've made has led to your present success. Thanking your past self makes you value yourself more and keeps you doing good things. Musashi thought about his life and the choices he had made. He knew that all of his hard work added up to mastery. He respected traits like discipline, focus, and persistence that are developed over time. Being thankful for the work you've done in the past makes you respect yourself and encourages you to keep growing. By recognizing the good decisions you've made in the past, you strengthen your reputation as a smart person who learns from mistakes and grows on purpose. It took Musashi days, weeks, and months of hard work and practice to reach his goals. Being thankful for your path helps you stay on track with your long-term goals and gives you the confidence to face new obstacles.